Hey guys, I just finished writing my second Noesis Python script, and that took forever. That took like 2 days. That sucked. So it gave me a little more practice, and I'm gonna try doing practice on this one. Um, this guy is actually using my video um, as a base, so that's flattering. So he does his own thing. And he says, "I didn't show how to do the UVs and stuff, so I'll be doing UVs this time." So I got a sample from him, and I think what we should probably do is just maybe copy his and then go from there so that he can kind of use this for reinforcement for his own learning, I guess. So I don't know what we're gonna get into here, but we'll paste it in and we'll work around what we got. Okay. Why is there not like a paste thing in there? That's so stupid. All right, I'm gonna save this. Okay, so I'm gonna follow with the tradition of putting the FMT in front of it because I think that just makes it more fancy. So this is called sudden attack, and this is for the PC. So I'm gonna start another prefix here so that I know what is what. Technically, I can actually make a script for all formats, but I only have one format, usually the PC version. So I'm gonna make sure that I label them if it's PC or not. Okay. So, I'm going to go through this, I guess. So we're using the first line here to include or import all the functions and classes from the Python script called inc underscore Noesis, which is this one. And this already includes the import Noesis and struct module and wrappy module. So this here is not required. And then this one is required. The name has to be the same. So the handle is sudden attack. LTB is the file extension. Great. We're using this as a type check. This is skipped. Let me just double check with the files here. He only provides 2 samples, so they are there's not enough really to go off of here, to be honest. But whatever. So we could say that maybe this is a count and maybe not a file ID. So it might not be necessary to do that, I guess. You could check these values if you wish. Other than that, you'd have to look for maybe like a overall file size. Let's see if that even exists here. So 3289505 in decimal to hexadecimal. And actually, you know what? We can do this. We go decimals, and we go search integer. Okay, so we don't have really a good way of checking the file. This file is kind of weird. So yeah, I think it's unnecessary to do a file type check, or I'm not even sure how we would do it appropriately, is I guess a way I could rephrase that. So that's okay. We're gonna leave that blank. It's gonna return a 1, and the next one is the load module type. I'm not going to use wrappy, so we're going to remove any wrappy stuff. So we use F as our file stream class. LTB is the file format, and then he does a read thing, and then this is the stuff where he's reading it. So this is okay, I guess. What we're going to do is go in here, just look what he did in the class. So he does a class, and he just makes the vertex count, face count, vertex array, face array, and set UVs. I'll just call this one tvert array. I don't know, that's what I did in previous Macs. But you can call yours whatever, right? Now, another thing that was really important that in the second script that I made for Alan Wake, normals in Noesis are really important. In 3ds Max, the normals are actually discarded and they're regenerated on the fly. And that causes some issues. And 3ds Max relies on a thing called smoothing groups. And for Noesis, we need to rely on the source normals coming from the model. So I do need to make a another array for the normals or whatever. Now, later on, when I was working with MaxScript and stuff, I actually made a class called geometry, I think is what I called it. And in that class, oops, I would put all the arrays that I needed to build a model, or whatever. So I would go positions. Oh wait, I have to do it like this, right? Def underscore underscore init underscore self. Yeah. This would be self dot positions as an array, of course. And then so forth. So we have positions. We could have, colors and stuff. But I think for us, we need normals. We need texture coordinates. So text coord, yeah, that's usually what we call it. And what's the last one here? What am I forgetting right now? Positions, UVs. Oh yeah, faces. Yeah, right. Indices. Okay. And with this class, you can give it some things like def. I don't know what you call this, but size arrays, you could say. So self, which would be the vertex count and the face count. Okay, I'm getting a little fancy here, more than I need to, but what we can do in here is we can then just size our arrays here, and so this would be times vertex count. Of course, this has to be a special type, actually. For Noesis, it needs to be a Noesis. Noesis vector. Is it no? No, it must be no. Noesis, so no, N-O-E. It's going to keep burping. And this is just 3 of these. Alright. And we need that for all of this except for the faces, which is just going to be a normal integer. And then we just multiply this. So that would be just basically just copy this. And we multiply this. Okay, so that's how I was later on doing it in MaxScript. So I think I might adopt that with this attempt. But I will just point out one thing is this guy, as he's asking for help, somebody says, watch the video that I did. But Mr. Adult states this, and this is very true, that the RAPI module is better suited for these sort of things, and the way I'm doing it is sort of manual and kind of backwards, but it does, I think, kind of match more with 3ds Max, so that's why I'm doing it, because it's easier for me to relate to. But yeah, he says RAPI is a way better way of doing it, and I may get into that later. I'm just taking baby steps and doing things that are easier for me. Yeah. Right, okay, so this will just make arrays for us, and then later on we can just access that and size it accordingly very easily. So now we'll go down in here, and I believe he already reads the okay, we'll get rid of these actually, so I'm not going to bother with those. Now, one thing I noticed is in the top of the file, there's actually a name, like this thing, chew wrong face. So this kind of makes the address position change based on the size of that string. For example, this one's only 4 bytes, and the address at where the vertices begin differs. So that's a problem. So we actually need to go to this position first, which would be 62. Okay. So I'm gonna rewrite this a little bit. So we'll be going to 62. So in hexadecimal 62, and we'll have to seek again, but this time by a relative position. After we read that size, so we're gonna go to this position. So we're gonna read this position, and then we're gonna skip that amount. So we're gonna read a short. So we're gonna use the file stream class. So that's gonna be assigned to our f dot, and this is gonna be read short, and then brackets. And I think we want to do u for unsigned short. And so we read that, and we'll jump past the string, whatever. So let's say we're past the string. Now we need to get to the vertex count. Let's go for this one, for example. This one's easier. So this means to get to there, we need to skip 41. It's a really weird number, actually. This is a really weird number. Let me just check this one for a second. That same count would be what, around here? Yeah, 41 is about right. That's a really weird amount there, but we'll take it. So this will be relative, and we're jumping 41. Okay. Now, one last thing I must note is I do not have enough file samples. I think I was criticizing this before, and I think I said send more than one sample, and I think I might have said send 3 samples. I think even like this, he sent 2 samples, but I mean, even 2 or 3 are probably not even enough, because there's a problem between these 2 file samples. There's a different file structure, or I mean, vertex structure, and I don't know where to find the vertex definition. So I'm assuming there's an ID that's given, and that ID assumes a certain structure. So in this file, I believe the vertex stride, the size of the vertex definition, is 72 bytes versus this one that is 68 bytes. So we might be able to get this to work on one file, but not the other file. And I don't see the vertex stride in here. I don't see a size, so we can't calculate it easily. There's a way we can calculate it, but there's no easy way to calculate it. So we need to figure out or find out how the vertex type is defined. Now I do notice that this byte, I think it's this byte, I don't know. I think, yeah, one of the bytes changes between 1 and 3. That might be a suspect for the vertex type. We might be able to look at that. But anyway, for now, we're just going to work on the one file, which will probably work, which is the Huna file, I think it is. This one has the 68 byte stride. So anyway, this should bring us to the vertex count. We get that. We get the face count. I'm not going to bother with this. Rappy, I'm not going to bother with that. So these are gone. So now we want to get to the vertex buffer. So we're just going to go. I'm going to sneeze so bad right now. I'm okay. Oh, so this is the face count, and then we're going to skip down to here, and this is going to be 1A. So not really sure what this stuff was. Why did that just happen? The tab space is different. Oh shit. Okay, hold up. I gotta fix this. I copied it from the post, so it's probably screwed up. This keeps happening. It's very annoying. So tab space. Oh wait, that's not the problem. This is the problem here. Oh, it is screwed up. It's screwed right up. Shit. Okay, hold up. That one's probably good now. That one's probably good now. Jeez, this is so messed up. No, okay, okay, so there's like literally a space there. That's why it's screwed up. Can I just remove that somehow? Yeah, okay, so that does it. Shit, what's this supposed to be? Alright. Okay, I think I potentially fixed that. Oops, wrong one. Python is really picky about the tab indentation. You really gotta make sure it's the proper indentation. Anyway, I think that's fixed for now. I guess we'll find out when we try to run it. We might get an error about the indentation, but we'll worry about that later. So now, where were we when we left off here? So we got, yes. So this is actually going to be 1A. Okay, so that's actually, is it A1 or, yeah, 1A. So 1A will put us at the, like the actual, like, thing, yeah. So, let's see here, I'm going to do this. Yeah, so we're going to supply this thing with our G, which is going to be our geometry stuff. So down in here, do I need this right now? I'll supply this with the file stream and then G for my geometry. And geometry will be defined up here, so geometry will equal geometry. And that will just make a bunch of empty arrays. And do I have this? Yeah, wait, yeah, no, yeah. So later on, when I got my counts, I can do this. So I can go G dot size arrays. I have to supply that with just the two counts. So that would be this count and the face count. And this will size the arrays for me. And you know what? My bad. This has to be times 3. Or you know what? Let's do this. Go times 3 in here. Yeah, that makes more sense. That's it. Okay. Now we're gonna have our loop. So this is a I in range to the count, and oh, that's okay. That's very good. The way he did this was very good, but the base address is wrong. It's incorrect. So this is wrong. But that's okay. Yeah, you know, I mean, he tried, right? So we're gonna have to make a variable here, and this variable will be the vertex address. This will equal the current position, which we can grab with the fstream class. So that's going to be f tell, and then it's going to give us the position. And now this will make more sense, whereas we can say the base address plus I, which will be 0 at the first loop, times 68, and now the stride is going to be vertex stride is going to be fixed for now because I don't know what it is or how to detect it. So we're going to key that in for now, and this is going to be absolute, and that should work. And why is the brace missing on this? Wait a minute. What's going on, guys? Did I screw this up already? So we have... Yeah, I screwed it up somehow. Yeah, okay, so that will go to every line for us. I usually don't do that way, but actually that's actually a nice way of doing it. So then we have... Okay, so we're going to be using something different this time. So we're going to be accessing G dot positions, and then we're going to use I to access the element in that array equals Noesis vector 3 in brackets again, read float, read float, read float. Okay. And this is not needed, okay, because you're seeking at the beginning of every vertex line. Or actually, you know what? That won't actually work. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we actually do need to make another file seek in here. So we need to go like this. So vertex address, or let's say face address, or yeah, whatever, face address was fine, equals vertex address times the vertex stride. Yep, and that's my face address now. And so now, actually, you know what? We don't even have to do that, actually. We just have to go like this. So go f dot seek, put that in there, and then this is going to be Noesis seek underscore absolute. So that will bring us right at the face buffer, and where we're going to go in range of the face count times 3, where this is going to be G dot, oh, excuse me, keep burping, face, no, I call it indices, I think. That's how I spelled it. Indices? Indices. Indices? Okay, this is probably the correct spelling. Equals U short. Is that right? I think that's right, yeah. And then he does a print, so we can keep the print there. Yeah. Okay. So just review this thing. So we create a geometry thing. We read the file. Actually, you know what? We should just reorganize this a little bit. So we what's this thing here? Format. Wait. LTB format, which is this thing, which you don't have to supply it with data. Why would he supply it with data? Okay, we're gonna get rid of that. So just supply it with self, which means you don't have to do anything. And then when we do the read, it'll be read file, and that will be supplying F and G. G will be this thing that I should have put here. Actually, you know what? Let's put G here, I guess. Still doesn't look that tidy, but whatever. So G and F is made, F and G supplied there, and now we can actually do this thing here. So this would be mesh would equal Noesis mesh. So I believe this is correct. This doesn't actually have any sub-meshes, as far as I'm aware. I didn't see a mesh table, so you missed it. Set indices, set positions. So I usually go in a different order. So we'll go into this include script, and in the Noesis mesh thing here, it'll tell you what the commands are. So we can do set UVs, set tangents, set colors, set weights, etc. So normals, positions, etc. So we'll be using it like positions. We'll put that in there. Okay, we did that. We did that one. So just copy this a few times. Positions. We have normals. Okay, so we'll put normals in there. And we have we have UVs. Put UVs in there. And I think that's it. Yeah. I think the last one, I guess, is just the indices. So put the indices in there. Oh, which is already there. Okay, great. So this will be represented like so. It'll be G dot positions. Okay. G dot normals. G dot text chord. And this one's going to be g dot indices. All right, and then we're just going to append this into there, into there, into there, and then it should run. So this is supposed to be bones and animation, but we don't have that class developed yet, so that's cool. We're going to be learning those later on, so that'll be fun. Okay, usually I would put this in like a separate function called like build. But I mean, whatever. That's enough functions for now, or classes or whatever. So we got quite a bit of classes going on. So I guess we'll just give this a go. See how that works. The pop-up's going to be turned on. Okay. Okay. So right away, it's already parsed the file, and it's come up with some problems. It's saying line 15 has a tab indentation problem, which is possible. So this has got a tab indentation problem. Doesn't really... Okay, that does. Not sure how this has happened, but when I drag the cursor over, it chunks over in a big block, and that's a tab. That's a tab. But this is it's not a tab at all. The cool thing is in MaxScript, I don't know if I can do it in code blocks, is you can turn on... let me see where it is. Okay, what is this called? So edit. Options, read only, fix line end characters? What does that even mean? Whatever. Change indentation settings. Okay, don't care about that. I forgot. Shoot. But you can actually just turn on the I guess white pane, clear out, output views, toolbar, white space. Oh, here we go. End of line. So this will show you. Actually, it doesn't actually show where the tabs are actually. Oh well. I thought it would show you where the tabs and stuff are, but it doesn't. But anyway, so this is screwed up. Wait, that wasn't it. This is screwed up. That's not. No, that's actually still not a tab. Just check something for a second here. Environment settings. Wow. Okay, where was this thing again? Environment variables. Nope. 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 That's not it. Thread search. General settings. View. Colors. Doc system. Dialogues. Proxy. Check. Autosave. Extensions. Final. Okay, header. Fix up. Okay, this is not it. To-do list. Okay, there used to be somewhere in this file where you can change the tab stuff. Hold up. All tabs. Current tab colors. Disable dialog. Docking system. Check app. Environment variables. I thought it was there. Help files. To-do list. General settings. Well, that's weird. My tabs aren't correct. Correct. So we're just gonna paste the tab in there. It's gonna be pretty easy. Okay, so let's bring this up again. I'm gonna go to my desktop. I'm gonna go to was it attack? Shock attack? Sudden attack is what it's called. Sudden attack. Sudden attack. I don't even see it. Is that legit what it's called? A sudden attack? Let's just bring this up. Yeah, it's called sudden attack. I don't even see it on here. Holy shit. Probably because it crashed, right? Plugins. Okay, so this is 43. Okay, we'll just take this entire thing for now. Because my tabs are all screwed up somehow. Okay, so it's supposed to be... It looks like 4 spaces is somehow screwed up with my tab. 1, 2, 3, 4. Place with a real tab. Yeah. Okay, try that again. Tools, reload plugins. Okay, so that should be in here now. Where are you? So sudden attack. Desktop. What the heck? Desktop. samples, and then Huna. Wait, let me just double check her first. Yeah, I was working on this one. Okay, so Huna. Great, we got some errors. Okay, so let's check it out. So it says in size positions, global name self not defined. Self. Hold up. So this is in line 20. So that must be this this thing, right? Okay, let me just see here. So okay, self positions. That should be right. Self positions, self normals equals this times whatever. Let's see here. I think that's all right. It's the way I did it here. Let's no, those are variables coming in there. Okay, let's go back. So it says size, position, vertex count. Self not defined. What? I mean, self is not defined. 37, same thing, right? What's this thing? Vertex. Oh, why is it like that? Okay, so I feed these in this way. So I go size arrays from G. So G is coming from down here. G is here. We go with the vertex count and the face count, which come from here and here. So these are both self whatevers. This thing's multiplied by 3, and this should go into there. And these are the counts. So just double check we're here. Where am I? Okay, so okay, so in Noesis load model FG, there was a problem on line 37 where it read the G size arrays, self vertex, self faces, and this error triggers line 20 in size arrays, position times count, error, name error, global name self is not defined. Okay, let's see here. So does this actually have to be called self, maybe? No. This is, yeah, this is these things. So putting those in, okay, so those are being equaled. Those go right into here. This thing I don't think is called self, but we're getting it from G, so it would be G dot size arrays. It's coming from up here. Oh, there we go. It says self instead of self. There we go. That didn't even mention in here. That's kind of weird. Okay, so clear. I'm just gonna type in clear and get rid of all that junk. Reload plugins. Click. Okay, so we got geometry object has no app. Okay, so position is wrong. 54. Yep, that's not how you spell positions. Tools reload plugin. Okay, so I did something wrong because that is messed up. Index list is empty. You failed. Well, why would it be empty? Indices. Oh, because I forgot to do that. So it's an array, so you have to put them in each element. I forgot to do that, so whoops. Save. I think I still might get an error, actually. Let me see. Reload plugin. Contains out of range triangle index. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, contains out of range triangle. Discard the mesh. So apparently, what some of the stuff we're reading is out of range. So I would probably reckon that this is a whatchamacallits. This is probably not a triangle list, but maybe a what do you call it? Triangle strip. Yeah. Triangle strip. Oh, not sure if it's triangle strip though, because usually you'll have like FF pop up or something like this. Let me just search down and see if I can find a FF. So we're looking for a FF. No. So this is okay. So maybe it is triangle list. Okay, let me just have another look here. We seek by the vertex address, which is the base address, times the vertex stride. And that will bring us down to the faces. Oh, tired. Then we're going to read the face count times 3. Put that into our indices. Let me just make sure I did that right. So we did it up there. And we supply that with a short value, which is unsigned, so that should be good. Goes into there, and it's too much. See down here. These ones aren't being used. I wonder if that's probably the problem here. Let's see here. Okay, so save and reload. No. Okay, so mesh contains outer range triangle index, discarding model. That's scary. Okay, so down here is the address at which it stopped reading the faces. So we'll double check that. And yeah, that's definitely wrong. Okay, so what we'll do is just print the general information to see if it's right. We'll check it. So we have, because maybe the addressing is wrong here. So we already got these. So I'm going to print these. So I'm going to go print. This will be the vertex count. Where is it? Vertex count there. Jesus. Okay, so it's gonna be face count. Right, so we're gonna do that again, print that. Oh, what's going on with that? This was working really well, but I mean, I must have did something. Now I'm doing spaces instead of tabs. It's freaking annoying. Plugin reloaded. Okay, so let me just understand this. String implicitly. Does that mean I just need to convert it into a string? That's freaking stupid. Okay, so convert this into a string, please. No. Okay, so we got the vertex count and the face count. So let me just double check this. So this would have been the vertex, that would have been the face count. That means this would have been this times 68. So that will bring us, oops, do that first. Darn it, screw that up. So we're going to go to the beginning of the vertex buffer, and we're going to jump down. That brings us to the face buffer, which is great. And then this thing is, sorry, this thing here is the face count. So that's going to be 9045 times 2, which is the size, and then times 3, right? Times 3. So this is going to be, oh, wrong button. This is going to be down there. Okay, great. That should work. So the count is times 3. So times 3 will give us the individual faces, read downwards. Okay, let me just double check. Okay, so we're supplying this with set indices. Yeah. So this is set indices, set positions. Mesh is this guy. Let's go back up for a second. This is indices set by the face count, which is applied to the second argument when we do the size thing, which is this one. Size times 3. Okay, we'll just take the times 3 out for now. This doesn't make any sense though. Yeah, it shouldn't make any sense though. It has to be times 3. So I go down here, it's going to be times 3, and I have to go... So unless my address here is all messed up, well, I can print it. So print... I guess this is like not tabs, right? Okay, so print... face address plus str, and this is going to be the f.tell. Okay, save. Reload plugin, and we got it. Yeah. So face address is at this position on the HUNA file. This is HUNA, yep. This is decimal, so I have to change that decimal. So this is going to be from the beginning of the file. And we are definitely in the wrong spot. Yeah, so it starts at the wrong spot. That's freaking weird, man. That's freaking weird. Why did that happen? So when I print this, I'm in the wrong spot. So that means this has failed me completely. So this would have been the base address. The base address... I'm going to test for that too. So this should be the vert. So tools, reload plugin, clear, HUNA. No. So that will be the Vertex address. Let's check that out. That's right. And it should be 68 is the stride. So if my math is correct, then I take this position, which is here, and I multiply it by the stride. Oh, that's what I did wrong. Times the count, which is where I messed that up. Times the count. Right on. So we take the vertex address times the stride, then times the count. Yeah, and that should bring me to the face address. So let's do that again. So the plugins. Okay. Oh shit. Alright, let me just double check here. What happened here? Tried to set it beyond the buffer. What? Huh? Doesn't make any sense. Let's take the base address. Oh, that's right. So it's plus. Jeez, I'm a freaking idiot. Yeah, okay, that's the proper expression now. My bad. Okay, so reload. Okay, now this is a oops. The code blocks likes to automatically create the closing bracket when I make an opening bracket. I like it sometimes, but I mean, sometimes when I want to just add a bracket, it screws things up. It's kind of annoying. Okay, well, it's kind of anticlimactic. It's just like, it's there. Hey guys, I'm here. How you doing? Okay, now I'm not sure how to view the texture coordinates in here, so we'll have to feed the texture coordinates into the positions to understand what they are. Okay, so what I'll do is, in this line, we'll trade this off with the text chord. That should have been plurals, right? Like plurals should have been correct chords. Oh, whatever. I don't care. So save. Should reload plugin. And I don't see anything. No, that's a little bit suspicious. Alright, I'll try to conceptualize what I got going on here just by looking at it. So go 70, or is it 68? 68. So this would have been starting from here, which would be the X, this would have been the Y, and this would have been the Z. And going further from that, we have this value. From that, we have that value, we have that value. Okay, that would have been normals anyway, but something should have shown up here. How do I show the grid? So toggle info, I don't see any grid at all. Oh shit. View background? No. View grid color? No. View. How do I just show the stupid grid? Okay. Okay, so there's no model there. I don't know why. There's no model there. Absolutely no model there. Oh, I just bit myself. That hurt. Oh, that freaking hurt. Okay, that's weird. Okay. Let's try normals. Oh, you know what? Yeah, no shit, that doesn't show anything. I didn't read anything. Fuck. Okay, hold up. It's because in the post here, in the dude's thing, he doesn't even read. He just like, well, I think maybe does he read it? Yeah, he goes no, he just goes vertex buffer. No, UV buffer. He says 36. So it's at 36. Is that what it means? Yeah, it must be. Okay, cool. So he's saying. Okay, so hold up. So that means he thinks it's at 24. I don't really know if I agree with that or not. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to type up some stuff here. So in the vertex line here, where am I? So this is the we'll just get rid of these. We'll keep this print. Who cares? Yeah. So right here we have to add more stuff. Is this actually tabs? Okay, this is actually tabs now. Fucking weird. So we're gonna do normals. Well, actually, I think this isn't normals. I think this is like, well, actually, no, it probably is normals. It usually would be normals. And then sometimes it would be tangents. Sometimes, so we can maybe go f seek 4, or no, it would be. It depends. So the tangents are 3 times, maybe 12, maybe. Noesis seek underscore relative. Okay, and then that might bring us to the UVs. This would be text chord. And this one would just be just the 2 values, typically, but we'll still supply it as a vector 3. And at this point now, we'll go back and see if this will actually bring anything up. So tools, reload plugin. Damn, okay. What's going on here? Has no attribute text chord. Did I screw something up again? Text chord. Where am I? Yep, spelled that wrong. Okay, so we're gonna flip back. Tools, reload plugin. Alright, that's beautiful. Also, it doesn't look like anything at all. Beautiful. Okay, so what he's saying is the normals actually start at 20. So we have to subtract 12 from 20, and that would be 6. So we would put, 8. And so 8 should bring us to the normals apparently. So we'll try that one out. Reload plugin. And that does sort of look like normals, but maybe not quite. Let's go 4. Reload plugin. Okay, yeah, that's definitely not it. Let me just try 12. Tools, plugin. That is definitely normals. Okay, so that's good. The sphere is usually what I'm used to seeing. Let's take that jump out completely. And okay, so that doesn't make any sense at all. Okay, so I have to concur with that. I don't know what that is. These are definitely normals, and the UVs we'll have to test for. I think he jumps from 20 to 36. So we kind of got a little bit confused at where we are, but we'll probe. We'll do some probing. So we're going to put text core down here now. See what we get. And so we're looking for a two-dimensional plane that looks like UVs, I guess. And actually, that is it. That looks perfect. So that's probably correct then. There's some other data in there. I don't know. So we can do some more probing if we wish. Let's skip. Where was I? Let's skip. Like those two values take up 8, so we'll skip 8. Not 18, 8. Reload. Okay, that looks like it might be going into tangents, so we're not going to worry about that. That's what it is, and then we just plug this stuff in so that it's all correct. So this was actually positions. Normals is normals, UVs is text chord, indices is indices, and that's it. So we're done. So text, reload plugin. Cool. Nice. I love it. Now, as I expect, the other format, this one, Krog, when I looked at it in the hex editor, the Vertex stride looked like it was not 68, but actually 72. So if I click on this, I would expect a crash or something like this, similar. This is accurate. Now the Vertex definition, I've seen it handled in two ways. Either they give you an ID, and the ID you have to figure out. So the ID 1 might mean, this, a stride of 68, and an ID of 2 might be a stride of 72. And you have to make these custom ways of reading every type of ID. Another one is where they actually describe every vertex component and their position and their type. I've seen that, and that's really easy to deal with using the RAPI. This one, because I don't see any like a vertex definition or anything, like I could be wrong because I haven't actually inspected the entire file. I just looked at this first header and the first buffer, and that's it. I haven't looked. There's probably bones and stuff in here. I haven't got that far. So I don't really know how to pick up the stride, but I did notice, for example, if we take out the string here, for example, this thing here and this thing here, if I flip back and forth, what I noticed is, oh, this thing's all messed up. Alright, that's at the, yeah, no, wait, no, this one's at the wrong address. Okay, flip back and forth, there's one byte that changes, right here. Yeah, that's the one that changes right there. This is at what address? This is at address CB. This seems to be like a type. Or otherwise it's talking about submeshes. So this might be the mesh count, which, actually, you know what, maybe I should check for that. Here, hold up. So this would be, that's the, okay, whoa. So that's the vertices. This is the faces. And so right after the faces, we would expect to see maybe bones, stuff like that, and then probably a name again. And I don't see it. A bit further. Oh, what was that? I thought I just saw another face buffer, but nope. This maybe is textures, actually. This looks like a lot like textures. Okay, I don't think there's actually a submesh in there, but could be wrong. I don't know. So, because I don't see anything else changing back and forth, and I don't see a size, I'm just going to have to go with the assumption that... Well, actually, that does change there, too, you know? 4 and 2. Yeah, I could probably say that that's probably it. No. Yeah. We could probably say that's probably it. So that changes from 2 and 2 and 4 and 4. Doesn't really make any sense, does it? Anyway, let's just try just hard coding this in. So after the counts here, we can go unknown equals, this is going to be read. And then over here, if equals, I don't know, so the Huno one was 4. So 4, then the vertex try will be 68. Then would be else if unknown 01 equals 0x02, then we're going to do stride of 72. And that might be enough to save the import of the other file. So let's see here. Reload. Darn it. Why? Okay. Oopsies. I gotta look into that and why that's happening, but anyways, let's get this working. So this one, whoopsies, screwed something up there. Hold up. What's going on here? Tools, reload plugin. No, that wasn't a problem then. So it must be secure positions. Use positions, position set. Okay. Oh, okay, so I'm going down here and I read something, which means I have to subtract that from there. So that means 1a minus what? Okay, so 1a minus 4. Wow. Whoops. 4 minus 1a. What? 1a minus 4. Damn, that's so stupid. Okay, so 16 goes in here then. Tools, reload, and we got here. That's her. And he did not work. Okay, so this says mesh contains an outer range triangle index. Discarding the model. Okay, hold up. So we got here 72. Gonna kill all the prints. No, I'm pretty sure that's 72. Or no, you know what? It might be half of 72. Yeah. So what is half of 72? 72 divided by 2 is 36. Oh, okay, so 36. Oops. All over the place here. So this is going to be 36. Tools, reload plugin. Works. Okay. Some problem with the normals there, I think. Oh yeah, that makes sense, because the vertex definition is probably in a different sequence. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not really in the mood of fixing that right now, but I mean, yeah. we have to get more samples so that we can map out the vertex types. So I would say either map them out yourself, or I would upload more samples. And then maybe someone else can figure it out for you. Anyway, that's my take on the script. I'm terribly sorry this takes me so long to do. If you did get any like I don't know, like assistance out of this, or anything, like, that's awesome, because I mean, I'm a damn fool doing this stuff. But anyway, I would say thanks for watching, and good luck with your stuff. Yeah, good luck, guys. Yeah, I'll put this up on Zentax too. All right, later.